and turn square left, 40. Medium right tightens over crest bump, 130. Small absolute crest, 200 uphill. Crest bump, 40k right. 40, caution, k left, don't cut. Turn square right, don't cut. Well done.
The Irish Tarmac Championship returns in 2003. With an action-packed series last year, this year proves to kick it into touch with a heavy contingent of World Rally cars, most notably the huge influx of Subarus, adding to the already substantial stock within the Irish shores. It's Easter weekend, and where better to be than in Fermanagh, the place to be in 2002. It's once again ground zero for thousands of rally fans, eager to witness the 2003 buy and sell Circuit of Ireland Rally. The Enniskillen-based event follows 180 stage miles, spanning 3 days. And contesting that will be a multi-million pound top 10 entry, 8 of which are World Rally cars, promising a hotly contested opening round. The opening day is based in the Enniskillen area. Stage 1 is at St Angelo Airport, and with the event underway, the tarmac roads are next on the agenda, with the 8.5 mile Daisy Hill test, and the 8 miles of Ballyray complete the loop, which will be repeated following service. And then a third and final run through St Angelo ends the Saturday stages.
Derek McGarty. Derek, do you realise that your Nigel's excuses hot tip for today?
Good Nigel. Well, you know, let's hope we don't disappoint him.
I don't think you will. I'm told that this was once a Tommy Mackinnon car.
Yeah, that's the next Mackinnon 1000 Lakes and Network Q car for last year.
So there's a lot of potential in there for it.
Well, if I could drive it at 50% of what he drove it, that'll be okay.
I've seen you driving before now, and I think that's not a problem at all. Best of luck in the Circuit of Ireland 2003. Cheers.
Well, we'll get the nerves settled, we'll be alright, you know. I know, I'm looking forward to the event. Feel happy with the car, feel happy the way I've approached the whole thing so far, so let's get at it.
That's great. Conditions looking fairly good. Weather up, I'm told, is going to hold tight until this evening, so do you prefer the dry, or are you happier in the slippy conditions, or what suits you best?
Well, to be fair, I like the wet, you know. I like the slippy conditions. And as I say, to be fair, it would probably a wee bit of a disadvantage had been dry with the car that we're in here. But you know, it's the same for everybody. Let's get at it, you know.
And a very good morning, Patter. How's things for you?
Yeah, okay. All ready for the off.
Slight change of machinery for you. Used to seeing it some time ago in the Celica and that. Do you find a big improvement, I suppose, or?
Yeah, this new car, Subaru, obviously. I've only done really a few hours testing on it, but it feels quite good. It's an improvement over the Celica, obviously. How much of an improvement I'll know later on today.
You looking forward to the run today?
Yeah, we're going to get out and get a spin.
Stage 1. The St Angelo test may be short, but in this arena time is easily lost. Austin McHale and Brian Murphy lead off the event, setting the benchmark on Stage 1. Reaching it and passing it, Derek McGarty and Chris Patterson take almost 6 seconds from Austin, setting fastest, taking the early lead in their Pirelli-sponsored Impreza. The similar example of Eamon Boland wasn't far behind. The times were close, but with so many places to fill, the NVD machine places 8th, 1.4 off Austin. Eugene Donnelly and Paul Kiley paced themselves in the opening stage. The EnviroCare car continues the form, which took it into the lead of the Northern Ireland Championship, as they placed 6th after Stage 1. Patter Herson and Ian Porter also go the Subaru route, guiding a P2000 through the opening test. Surpassing Eugene, they are a second up, going ahead of Austin into 4th. Andrew Nesbitt and James O'Brien were back at number 7, and hoping that will be his lucky number once again, Andrew steers the Subaru through St Angelo, although a little artistically at times, into 2nd place. Tim McNulty and Anthony Nestor settle in the first stage. With their Subaru right-hand drive, it's more comfortable for Tim, as they stay within 2 seconds of Eamon Boland. But turning heads in the opening stage, Morris Gass and Jeffrey Orr take 3rd fastest, half a second off Andrew Nesbitt, placing in the top 3 after the opening test. At number 10, former Group N champion Seamus Leonard would trail the World Rally cars after Stage 1, taking 2nd in Group N and 13th overall. But the wide St Angelo test would suit Dickie Curran more. He and Anthony Donnelly shot into the Group N lead, placing 7th overall, half a second adrift of Eugene Donnelly. Gary Jennings was on home turf on day 1. He and Gordon Noble make the right start, taking 10th overall, the Class 6 lead and top 2-wheel drive car going into Stage 2.
Turn narrow square left. Remember, very slippy in the concrete out here. Very slippy hairpin right. And 5 left. Quite fast, flat here. Keep right and turn narrows.
Another young gun, Gareth Jones, settled on the first stage. He and Ryland James are shy of the top 10, but 2 seconds off 10th place have ample time to progress on day 1. Not as young, Dan McCartan was equally as fast. The Celica cracks the top 10, going ahead of Gary Jennings into 9th place. Jim Crozier and Liam Slevin stay close, within a second of Dan McCartan, to lie 11th overall and second in Class 12 behind the Toyota.
Turn square left, 3 posts.
But things weren't going as well for Terence McLaughlin, who becomes the rally's first casualty on the first stage. Like Jim Crozier, Brian Durnan and Martin Hanna were at the top of their class leaderboard, taking the early lead in Class 11 and second place 2-wheel drive car. Half a second adrift, Stuart Clark and Andy Brunt took second place in the Class 11 ranks in Stage 1, third 2-wheel drive car, following the first of 7 Saturday stages. In Class 2, Andy Connor and Patrick Durning weren't risking too much in Stage 1, waiting for the longer tarmac tests to open up their Civic.
The long 5 right here now, 400. 400.
1 down, 22 to go. The top 2 is familiar, with Derek McGarty and Andrew Nesbitt fighting it out once again. Aiming to come out on top of that battle, Derek picked up where he left off on Stage 2. A gremlin-free Subaru was where it was on several occasions last year, in the lead on the opening day. Laying down the gauntlet, Andrew is fastest through the 8.5 miles, albeit by 1/10 of a second, maintaining their pursuit of the number 2 car. Third fastest was good enough for third place for Austin McHale. He and Brian Murphy ascended into the top 3, 7 seconds adrift of Nesbitt. Holding that third place going into Daisy Hill, Morris Gass and Jeffrey Orr were under attack from Austin, making way for the former champion slipping back to 4th. And are now just ahead of Eamon Boland, who sought to drop the Armagh man a further place down the leaderboard. Eamon takes 2 seconds from Morris, closing the gap to 1.3 seconds. Also on a charge in Stage 2, Gareth Jones and Ryland James crack the top 10, moving up the order to now lie 8th. The Flying Welshman would overtake Tim McNulty on the rally leaderboard, with a Pierce Construction S7 trailing Gareth now by 2 seconds, with 2 stages underway. In Group N, Roy White took the bull by the horns in Stage 2, setting fastest to take the Group N lead, moving up into the overall top 10. The longer stage was of disadvantage to Gary Jennings. The AGIP-sponsored 106 conceded time to the 4-wheel drive cars in Daisy Hill, slipping back to 14th.
Fast 4 right at 3. Big fast 4 right at 3. 150. Turn square left, stay in, gravel. Big.
Jim Crozier would also suffer in the stage. Dropping time, the Mitsubishi drops from the top 10 battle, but takes the Class 12 lead after 2 stages.
60 downhill, medium right, 80, medium left, and double caution. Crest continues.
In contrast, Andy Connor and Patrick Durning were on the way up the overall leaderboard, fastest in Class 2 in the second test. The Civic also moves up into second in Class 2.
42.5, keep it on down. 3 left, but dip and 3 left over jump. Dip and 3 left over jump, and to 1 right.
Glenn Wilson trailed Gary Jennings in the Class 6 battle after the opening stage, and despite losing time with this spin, they keep second place.